Staba.
Sorry. Okay. We'll be calculating the gross domestic product (GDP), and in calculating the GDP, we use the data below according to your page. So we will find GDP, gross domestic product, GDP, gross domestic product, NDP, the net domestic product, NR, national income, PR, personal income, and DR, disposable income. So these are the data we'll be using to find them using expenditure method. Now in that we have what GDP is equal to C stands for consumption. The IG stands for the gross profit domestic investment. And it don't have a figure in the table, but yourself you have to look for it by looking for the IG. Then B stands for depreciation. It's equal to the IG minus the RN. The RN represents the net private domestic investment. So to find it, you say D is equal to IG minus IN. You transpose the IN across the equal sign, so it becomes a positive. So D plus IN is equal to IG. And the value for depreciation is what, 27. The value for IN is what, 33. If you add these two, it gives you 60. So therefore, therefore IG is equal to what, 60. And then now you can put in a figure for each of them. So consumption is 245 plus 60. The IG plus government spending plus 11. Now, mind you, the first example you saw X minus, you saw parenthesis open X minus N. But at this time now, we have already solved the X minus N. It will give us what we consider as what, Xn, the net export. So we have about the net export. So the figure of our net export is what is given in the data. So X minus N, you will not see it. You will see Xn, meaning we have already solved with either parenthesis and we get our answer. So it represents Xn. It is how we have our Xn. If it was anything negative, we are going to put negative here. But anything was positive. So this is why you see plus Xn. So the value for the Xn is what? It's 11. When you add everything, the GDP here is 388 billion. We are talking about billion. Moving from there, we will come to what? NDP, the net domestic product. What we have done within our country, net domestic product. Be a foreigner that lives in your country, carry on production, or we put everything together, become the what? The net domestic product. It's equal to what? The GDP, the gross domestic product, minus this CFC stands for capital fixed consumption. Consumption fixed allowance, or this stands for what? Depreciation. So there are three names we have for depreciation. So the value for the CFC or CCA or D is about 27. What we gather from what is GDP, 388 is the value. So 388 minus the 27, it gave us 361. So NDP is equal to what? 361 billion. From there we'll find the what? The NI. Finding the NI, this is the national income. Should be equal to the net domestic product minus, this is the net foreign factor N. Net foreign factor N minus IBT, stand for indirect business tax. Indirect business tax. So the value we gather from what? From the NDP, we brought it down, 361 minus the value of the NFFD, which is what the net foreign factor N is 4, minus the 18 indirect business tax. 18, if we go through and plug in, we subtract, it gave us 339 billion. From here now, we'll go to the we'll calculate what the personal income. PR is equal to NR, which we consider as what? National income, minus the corporate income tax, CIT, corporate income tax, minus UCP, undistributed corporate profit, minus social security tax. In other words, the social security tax, we can also call it what? Social security contribution. Social security tax. We can also call it social security contribution. Plus transfer payment. When the pension you add, whatsoever you read, is transfer payment, TR. So we put in a value, we get 339 minus 19, minus 21, minus 20, plus 12, the transfer payment value. Came out to 291 billion. And all of these things, we can talk about billion, and we can also talk about million. So now we are talking about what? Billion. Disposable income, DR. Disposable income, DR, is equal to personal income, PR, minus personal tax. DI, disposable income, simply means the take-home pay. Take-home pay is considered as what is disposable income. Personal income, PR, minus the personal tax. As a working man, working with government, all of the time they have to deduct taxes from what? From your income. And the one you will pay is the one you take-home pay. So 291 minus 26, DR gave us 265 billion. Therefore, we start with the expenditure method. From there now, we'll go and find, using the income method. In finding the income method, the first thing we look at is what the NR, the national income. The second one is the net domestic product. And the third one is the gross domestic product. Now, this is the formula given. National income, NR, is equal to the wages plus rent, plus interest, plus profit. Now, profit is not given. You will look on the table, you cannot find profit on the table. So you will have to look for profit before you can start working the problem. So to find the profit, you add the following. CIT, corporate income tax. CIT, corporate income tax is 19, plus UCP, undistributed corporate profit, is 21, plus dividend 16, plus proprietor income 33. If you add all, you come up to what? You sum up to what? 89. In other words, if you don't want to go through this one method, you can add this only two methods or the two proprietor income and corporate profit. If you see them on the data, proprietor income and corporate profit, add the two, it gives you what? The same 89 as far as profit. So the profit there is what? Is 89. So you can use any of them. We have 4 components, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the other one we have what? 2, proprietor income and corporate profit. So when we add them, come to what? 89. Then why you can be looking at the formula NR equal to wages plus rent plus interest plus profit. You have getting profit. So NR is equal to 223, which is the wages. The rent is what? 14. Interest is 13. And the profit is what? Is 89. If you add everything, you sum up to 333 billion. From there now, after finding the income, you move up to the NBP, the net domestic product. Should be equal to what? NI, national income, plus indirect business tax, plus the net foreign factor N. Net foreign factor N, NFFE. So these are the values. We have 339 national income, plus the 18 of indirect business tax, plus the NFFE, the net foreign factor N plus 4. If you add them up, you come up to what? 361. Coming down, we find the GDP. To find the GDP should be equal to NDP, which is the one in net domestic product, plus depreciation. You can take any of them, any letter, you can use them, stand for 1. CCA, CFC, and D. So we consider as a depreciation. GDP should be equal to 361 from this value, plus the value of our 27, the depreciation. When we sum them up, we come to 388. Now, 388 and 361 and 339. If we come back to what the expenditure method, they should be the same. It should be the same. So if you look at them, if you are summing if these things are not in line, they don't correspond, they are not balancing, meaning there is a problem in calculating the national income. From there now, as we said earlier, that there are 3 methods in calculating the national income. 3 methods in calculating. Now, first method we say the expenditure method. We use the expenditure method. The second one is the income method or approach. And the third is the value added method. Now we'll be using the value added method. Then we close up this page, the value added method. Now the value added method is the one we sum up. In your sense, economists does not want to avoid or double count. So meaning we avoid double counting. You are escaping double counting. We don't want to have costs repeating or prices repeating in the economy or in the GDP. So to find the GDP, to find the GMP, we have to do what we call avoid double counting. So we avoid double counting going through the stages of production. Let's look at FEM A. FEM A, this is what their sale value. The prices you see, that's a sale value. And on the side we see value added method. And mind you, the straight inside or the simple example, whenever they give you the data and they ask you to find the GMP, look at the last number. Meaning, if you do your calculation, you arrive at the last figure. So when you arrive at the last figure, meaning the answer will be correct. So here we are. We have a shape rank, it's 60. FEM B, we say wood processing is 100. FEM C, suit manufacturer is 125. FEM D, clothing wholesaler is 175. FEM E, retail clothing is 250. Now in that, to get our first, we subtracted from 0. 60 minus 0, it gave us 60. Then the second step, we minus 100 minus 60, it gave us 40. Here we say 125 minus 100, it gave us 25. 175 minus 125, it gave us 50. 250 minus 175, it gave us 75. We add the last area, we add it up. We sum up to 250. When we sum up to 250, we ask you, find the GMP. So the GMP in value added method is 250. That's where we end. So if you have any question, I'm not going on Zoom, but most of the time I will demonstrate and you download your notes. If you have any question, you call me up here. My number is there. You call me, then we talk it over. But next week, I'll be giving a major assignment. Those assignments in those chapters, you have to practice them. Practice those assignments in those chapters. So I will give you a major assignment that you do hand delivery in the department. I thank you.